Nahpui quarter Explorable. Here is the Henchmen Vanquish. Here's the team. This is the same team I used last time. This is the same build I used last time. I see no reason to change the build unless I run into some specific problem, like maybe heavy enchantment hate or something, that justifies changing the build. But for now, I'm just going to keep running this because it's really good, so there's really no reason to not run it. Like you can see here, it's just like melting things. Which is what fire magic is supposed to do, so that's good. Alright, let's see what this lock chest gets us. Ampha Cape. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna clear out all these Jade Brotherhood dudes and then go back and clean up the Ampha. Because if I fail to kill the Jade Brotherhood, I can always remove DP from killing the Ampha because they're quite easy to kill. So that is the overall strategy with this Vanquish. See if I can get these. Oh, there we go. See, that's what you like to see. You like to see enemies just continually get knocked down into AoE damage and then die. That's exactly what you want from these Vanquishes. You don't want to see these Jade Brotherhood mages living, fulfilling lives. You know, you want to see them dying in the streets. Which is a very brutal way to die. So that's really what you want. Yeah, you don't want them to get their combos off. You don't want the drop downs to work. This area up here can be a problem because you can aggro 3 things and it's a literal nightmare. So you have to be very careful. Alright, so I'm just waiting for these dudes to separate. Okay. Alright, so this is always going to be a problem. Like, there's no way to do this cleanly, as far as I'm aware, because, like, the groups will just come around. So I think the best thing I can do is just, like, long pull them. I should be like, hey, here I am. Just kind of tank. Alright, if I can pull these dudes, that'll be huge. If I can get them separated from the other group. Maybe we're just assertive, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, because this group's coming back. So this is, like, the problem with this area. Alright, so if I can get them to come down without aggroing these dudes, because you don't want to damage them so that they run back, right? Alright, I should be able to get this off. Alright, cool. And I'm tanking too, so it's all good. Yeah, so here's exactly what I was worried about. I have to pull these a little bit more forward. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't aggro them. The other dudes yet. Alright, we got their knight. Looks like we might aggro this group, so I'm just gonna go for it. Oops, like canceled meteor for no reason. Alright, here we go. Here's the second group. I'm gonna target the mages. I don't have time to re-enchant, so I'm just gonna nuke them. Alright, now I have time to re-enchant, kind of. We're gonna wipe here, but at least we took out some of them. See if we can kill this. Okay, that was weird, it like lagged. Cool. At least we... Okay, good, we got a few of them. Not really sure, I'll just put this down. Meteor this. Or not. Alright, so we killed most of them, so this is a more manageable group. It looks like these dudes up here aggroed a little bit, so that'll happen. But I knew this area was a problem area, so that's why intentionally I'm going up here first. This gives me some time to get rid of some exhaustion too, because running Meteor with Maelstrom, while it's incredibly effective at shutting enemies down, killing them, and just like, you know, disabling them in general, it does cost you quite a bit of exhaustion. Just checking who's on. So I'm not sure what I would change in the build. I'd probably switch to like Churning Earth in sometimes. And in enchant hate areas, I might start running like Cry of Frustration or Complicate, so I can just like nuke, like just throw their enchant removal and cooldown. Because usually you're dealing with like Chillblains or Gaze of Contempt. Those are the big ones that get you. Sometimes Order of Apostasy, but that's like kind of a dumb one. So, alright, I'm gonna chill here for a second. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, these are much smaller, so even if I aggro them all, it should be fine. They don't have any mages with them. The mages are really the problem. The mages put Double Dragon on the warriors, which then, you know, combined with their Whirlwind, or I'm sorry, Triple Chop, they can actually deal substantial damage between all that, plus the D-Stomp. So that actually is a pretty deadly combo. Alright, that's pretty good. Just need to pick off these isolated groups now. Alright, this group does not have a mage, so it should not be too bad. I'm gonna go over here for a second. This is looking like I'm getting surrounded. Here, let's do this. Let's go after this group, which I think does have a mage. If I can get this off, that's good. Sweet, I got it off. Holy shit. The freaking dude, the triple chop's fucking us up. Holy shit. Triple chop, when you use it, unless you have like splinter weapon, it's complete garbage. But when they use it, because they're hard mode enemies, it just like wipes your team for some reason, like completely. Kind of strange. I mean, it's because of the damage scaling from hard mode enemies, but it's just funny in a way. All right, if I do this right, I think the mage will. If I go here, shit, that's bad. They're too far forward and everything's scattered. That's bad. Alright, some of us might die. I have to reposition to hit this with flares. Just kill it really quick. Yeah, some of us died. Just throw an AoE down on him. Throw an AoE down on him. It's not really useful to Maelstrom these Mesmers because they don't really cast long spells. Oh shit, we over aggroed. Alright, here's where a Maelstrom comes in handy. Damn. I was out of range of the healer. So that is my fault. Let's do one of these. Put some pressure on this healer. Try to spike him down while the mage is retreating. Alright, we were able to kill him. That's all. I love when they stack up again. Just kind of trying to dodge. Chio's down. The big problem with the build these enemies are running is it's like it really fucks up the spirits. So like she uses Signet of Spirits, and they just like nuke it in like 1 or 2 swings with triple chop. I think they have Cyclone Axe too, so they have the whole kit and caboodle. Just waiting for them to res her, so we'll take this dude out because he'll probably just like there's no reason to let him wander because he might wander into this group if we fight at them, so he's got to go. Oh, we got some more Jade. Really, the problem in this area is just the Jade Brotherhood, and there's like one boss, I think. And he has, like, Enraged Lunge or something stupid. So that won't be too big of a problem. Let's see what junk we get today. Earth Magic +3. Holy shit, this looks bad. I'm gonna hit this from the side and try to pick it apart. Because obviously that's 4 groups overlapping. So we're not gonna fuck with that. Best thing you can do in that situation is to be patient, because obviously it's easy to over aggro. so I'm just gonna hit the Mesmer with Firestorm just to kill it. The Mesmers are better to be... It's better to storm the Mesmers. Just gonna try to kill their whole backline over here. Or they also have Ancestor's Rage too. So like if they get a double dragon, triple chop Ancestor's Rage, that's actually extreme damage in a short amount of time. So they actually have they have like decent builds. When double dragon was shitty, like when it used to just hit near you twice, like that's all it did. These dudes weren't nearly as powerful. Ancestor's Rage has always kind of been around the same. Like it's always done like the same thing. For this group, I'm going to try to pull this without the knights, because the knights will just help them, obviously. And we don't want that. This is the dumbest way to pull. I know you can pull with a bow, but I just prefer doing it this way, because it adds some tension. Obviously, if you get hexed or something, you shouldn't be doing this, but... It's whatever. Gotta pull one of these. Come on. There we go. Oh shit, I pulled the knight too. Whoops. Alright, so let's wait for these to settle. Okay. Throw this on you, throw that on you. So that one mage is shut down, so I'm going to focus the other one. Luckily they collapsed on each other, which is awesome. Now I can DPS them both. Some armor. They've been pushed back from the AoE, so now they're not attacking my group. So that's another benefit of scattering, is you can push enemies back so they can't focus targets, which is useful. I will take these dudes out. I love... Look at how much damage they did, just the two of them. Just because everyone's always adjacent to you as the player, which is very stupid. And they wait to, like, attack things, too. So you have to, like... You have to flag. I mean, flagging the team isn't bad, but... You have to flag and then call target. Alright, so I'll try to get this group. Or maybe I should just get these knights. I'll pull these knights. Yeah, these will be easy to pull. Oh, sweet. They're balling up on me, too. Right in the knockdown. This is perfect. This is exactly what you want. You want them to just keep getting knocked down. They have nowhere to go. Get some minions out of it. It's sort of the best situation that you can hope for. Alright, a bunch of Mesmers. Shouldn't be too bad. One area that is going to be hard is Sunjiang District Vanquish. That's going to be annoying because of all the Shirokin, and there's like huge spawns. So I'll have to be very methodical with pulls so that I don't wipe easily. Just resetting my dudes in RuneScape. They are AFK training for stats. Okay. Gives me a chance to get rid of exhaustion too. Okay, this actually... I don't like how these are splits, but I can play it like this. Or not. They're just... Just gonna kill that one, great. Get rid of this guy. Got stuck on this. Yeah, we're wiping. Yeah, even though these enemies aren't like a huge threat, individually, if like your dudes ball up, it's so like look at this, they all balled up on me. Like we needed commands to fix this years ago. Like they should have formation commands. Like people, oh, they'll never add that. They should have added this shit years ago. Like the reason most people wipe is because AI just balls up around you adjacent range. So like if an enemy uses any skill that hits adjacent, it hits your entire party and they wipe. When you play with players, they never crowd up around each other because they're not idiots. Unless they are, but that's very rare that players are that bad. So like this whole thing of henchmen, like really the difficulty isn't from the henchmen and their builds, it's more so the AI. Like, the Henchmen's builds, for the most part, aren't bad. The real issue is that they ball up around you. Like, look at this. This is adjacent range. So if we get hit by anything adjacent, every single party member gets hit. So every single Ellie, AoE skill from a Ritz, whatever, just it's like perfect. And it works both ways, right? But it would be nice to have formations where like they make like a V or something, and like so that way only 2 are adjacent to you and the rest aren't. That would be huge. Like even just something as basic as that, because this formation sucks, and they always stack up on you. And they'd also be nice where if they automatically spread out as soon as you're close to enemies or about to get into combat. That would be a huge thing as well. But yeah, they never added it. They're never going to because it's too late at this point. So the best thing I can hope for is to just kind of shut the enemies down in the initial volley and just nuke them to hell. Like just shut them down with Maelstrom and just kill them all really fast. And then just fuck up their melee afterwards. Like that's basically the strategy I've been using and it works. So if it works, I'm gonna keep doing it. Got all these spirits, all these minions. The Earth Mage shuts them, their physical down. So that's like the strategy I'm using. That's why it's effective, is because I understand the pitfalls of the AI on my team. Here, let's see how fast we can nuke this down. He's gonna get a D-stomp off, probably, unless I cast this fast. No, he got interrupted. Thank God for interrupts. Yeah, look at this, just like 2 AoEs. It's just like running around. He's like, shit. AoE is a form of crowd control, so use it as such. Alright. Alright, here's the big bridge. So the easiest way to deal with this problem of them balling up on me is just to put them back and then just tank with Armor of Earth. And then like allow the minion ball to get some work in. Should put them a little closer. Bridges like this can lead to party wipes because it forces everything into a ball, but it works both ways. So they have to ball up to fight me. Alright, so easiest thing to do here would just be like this. Just kind of lets whoever come forward that's going to, because they will run forward to cast on things. So you can kind of be the tank. And this actually, this comp would be kind of effective with a warrior. Because the warrior would be tanky as hell. You might want to run like magic though, like mesmer skills. That'd actually be an interesting thing to do. The only problem is you'd lack damage, so... let's just do one of these. Hey guys, how's it going? Because this is quite effective if I just tank. It's way easier for your healers to heal a single thing than to heal the entire party. So... alright. And then I can just do something like this. Cancel flags into a Maelstrom on the only threat. And then nuke this down. So... it's pretty fun. Alright, here's the boss. He has a Ritualist and a Knight. I'm gonna see if I can pull them. If I can ball them up, that's ideal, so I'm just gonna do that. They'll have to just get fucked by the minion wave. This is the hardest part of this Vanquish. I don't think it'll be that hard. Alright, so... oh, okay, we got the Knight by himself. Alright, let's see, where do they settle? There we go, right here. Sometimes if you run, like AI is tethered to a thing, so if you run further, they'll try to return to their anchor, I guess we'll call it. Alright, we got this boss. Looks like someone is considering crashing one of my RuneScape AFKs. That's nice. This motherfucker. Yeah, he's just standing there. Yeah, this happens all the time in RuneScape. Like, you're just training an account and some dude will log into your world instead of spending, like, the 5 seconds it takes to hop to find an empty world. He'll just, like, stand there for, like, 5 minutes and then a lot of times commit to being an asshole and just, like, crash you for no reason. I don't know why it happens, because it literally takes, like, 5 seconds to find a world. It's just annoying when it does happen. We got a Righteous Maul. Still need to finish some Metro 2033 shit. I've been putting it off a bit. I rebeat the game twice on Ranger Hardcore, so it's like... it's like, alright, I've played a lot of that game recently. It's quite insane. I still need to finish that controller playthrough of Bioshock Infinite, but same thing with that. I beat it like 3 or 4 times recently, so it's not like the most interesting thing for me to do right now because I've already beaten it. Like I've already beaten it even before I did all the tutorials. I like re-beat it a bunch of times, so like it's still a fun game and I still like it, but it's just like I've played a lot of it recently, so I'll give it some time and then resume it. Just do it over time. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this guy just standing here. I don't know what players are doing, why they do this shit. They'll just like stand there underneath. This is in RuneScape. I think I can actually just pull it over. Yeah, check that out. I'm in windowed full screen mode. There's just a dude standing here. Okay, he realized. Okay, he's hopping. He was just AFK. Alright, cool. I'm hoping he's hopping. If he's coming back, that's gonna be so fucking annoying. People do that sometimes, man. Like, people will be annoying like that. I don't know why, but... I mean, so far, it's hard to tell if he's gonna crash me. He might. Who knows? It happens a lot, though. Like, it's super annoying. And the reason why you want to do the Animnite crabs, if you don't play RuneScape, is because they drop some resource that automatically collects in your inventory. If you have a Ring of Wealth on, which picks up gold. And it makes you some money, and you can also get fossils for XP lamps, which helps you get levels for shit, so that's why everyone's here. Alright, let me reset my boys. This area looks so fucking cool, dude. Okay, that's one. Here's my other account I'm training. It's an Obby Mauler. I got it 16 attack. Some people consider that ruining the build, but like it's such a pain in the ass to do any PvE shit with like 1 attack. So I got it 16 attack from getting climbing boots, which I'm going to use for PKing anyways, so it's not like it's in vain. So this account's coming along. Slowly but surely. And the problem with RuneScape content is you have to spend a lot of time leveling stuff before you can actually make content. So like most of your time spent is just AFK training to get levels. I think I killed all the Jade Brotherhood, but we can kind of check this area out for a second before I go back. I think I just need to clear up the Omfa and then we're good on this one. I do want to change this build, but like it's so optimal, it's hard to say what would be best to run. Armor of Earth makes me tanky against like most things I'm going to encounter, so to drop it would be a mistake. Maelstrom does 160 like damage versus 60 armor, which is fine. But the big upside is it has 10 interrupts on adjacent to spellcasters, so it can shut down necromancers, it can shut down monks, it can shut down some writ skills, it can shut down Ellie's hardcore, which are like writs and Ellie's are your biggest threat, and the majority of damage from writs and Ellie's is spells. So like most writ damage spikes are from spells. So maelstrumming offensive enemy writs can shut down their spirit rifts, it can shut down their channeled strikes. It can't really shut down their ancestor rages because that's a skill, but it can definitely mitigate a lot of damage. Alright, I think I just have to run back this way now. And clear up these Omfa and then I'm good to go. Yeah, that dude didn't crash me though, he was just hopping worlds, so props to him for being a cool dude. Because crashing is annoying as hell. So he was up here though, so he probably wouldn't crash. Crashing is when you attack other people's crabs and just like fuck up their AFK training. It's a very obnoxious thing to do. It is generally considered rude as fuck. So, yeah. Got some boys on. I ran into Mr. Clean the other day. He was chest running. Where is he? There he is. He was like chest running some area. Got to get those OS drops. I chest run too much too. This is an account that only has factions and I'm almost a master. So I'm over halfway there. 60%. Opening 1,000 chests takes a while though. Alright, these groups I'm not as worried about. Just gonna do this. Dang, they killed that spirit right away. Just knock these boys down. Their Death Nova Unsuspecting Strike combo can deal like quite a bit of armor ignoring damage. Like they hit you with Unsuspecting and die, and the Death Nova triggers. But aside from that, they really don't have damage for the most part. I'm gonna go. I'll do this and then loop in. So I'll kill these first, then go that way. Dude, I miss back in the day when you'd be playing, like everything was with players, and that like people would draw dumb shit on the map, and people would like spam and get like raged out. It was so hilarious. And then I'd always draw this. I was just trying to dick on the map. Or like if someone was like over here, I would draw a thing, and I'd have it do that on them. Like in 2006. That's how I was using the map. So they enjoyed that, I'm sure. I'm sure they appreciated my artistic skills, as it were. Because it'd be rude not to, you know. I'm just trying to show them some love. Oh, I got a yellow dye. Amazing. The Soul Feast Necros. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's the way it used to be. You would just draw dicks on the map, and then people would just like spam, then people, you know, like draw shit. I mean, obviously you can still play with players and this stuff still happens sometimes, but back when you had to play with players and the Henchmen builds were worse than they are now, it was so hardcore. Like everyone was just wiping all the time, everyone sucked, no one had a clue what the hell was going on. Like people still wipe on like normal mode Tanaki Temple and like some other missions in factions. So like back in the day when skills were like worse, and the Henchmen builds were worse, and no one had a fucking clue what was happening. Like, you would spend, legitimately, I want to say, I don't even know, you would attempt something like 10 times. Like, when you had, well, like, if you were a new player, you would fail missions all the time because people would have terrible builds. And I used to have terrible builds, too, like, when I first started playing. My first Ellie build was, like, a dagger spam build with like, Ellie skills, but I didn't know about, like, Conjure Flame and shit. And I would just run in and die like an idiot. It was the best. It was so fucking stupid. It was like probably the most fun I had with the game. Now it's different though. Now it's like they balance some things so that it's almost like ArenaNet and like purposefully defined the metagame. They're like, all right, let's make Signet Spirits insane. Let's make 100 Blades insane. Let's make Energy Surge insane. Like they just keep making skills like so good that you like have to run them. Which, you know, I guess that's one way to balance a game. But back in the day, it wasn't clear, and people were running everything, and it was amazing. Like, I fucking miss those days. It was so good. And not because of, like, nostalgia either. It's just, like, the pure... Like, when a game is new and people have no idea what's going on, it can be very hilarious when the metagame is being discovered, where, like, people are truly clueless, and you're clueless, and no one has any idea what the hell's good, and you have, like, 2 or 3 assassins on your team, like player assassins, they just run in and die immediately. And then people get mad at them and tell them to bring self-healing and all this shit, and it's just so funny, dude. It's so hilarious. Like, you need Shadow Refuge! You need self-healing! And that was like a thing. And like monks were, like so many monks were just trash at the game. And like no one like cared about energy efficiency. Because it was, everyone sucked. No one was good yet. There were some people who were good that played Guild Wars Prophecies and shit, but a lot of us that joined during factions had no fucking clue what we were doing, and we're just like chickens without heads running around dying all the time, trying out stupid ass builds. And then Alliance Battles was hilarious too, where like you'd have all these like weird ass builds, and then like the Minion Master Dark Bond thing was discovered, and it was super obnoxious, but it was fun. I'd say Factions release was like one of the funnest times I had gaming ever. Alright, let me reset my boys again. We're almost done with this. Gotta reset the boys. Alright, almost done. Okay. All right, let's clean up these Ampha. So this is probably going to be the last easy area. From here on out, it's going to be like Pong. Actually, Pongmei shouldn't be too bad. Pongmei shouldn't be bad. But the Kurzik and Luxon areas, I'm not sure how hard they're going to be honest. Obviously, having Maelstrom helps, so even like against like extremely dangerous Ellies, Maelstrom will just completely shut them down. So there's really nothing that they can do about it. Obviously, they can scatter and shit, but like these are AI. That if they're casting spells, will generally just keep casting spells. It's Soul Feast. That's the only thing I remember about these. They have Death Nova and they have Soul Feast. Alright, so for missions for hard mode, this one shouldn't be bad. Well, actually, it might be a little bad. This one actually isn't as hard as it seems. This one can be bad, so like I might go back and do all the missions hard mode. To get Masters on Hatchery and... what the hell's the other one? I never do the Kurzik side, so I don't remember the name of it. The one with the Tree Singers. That one, to get Masters on that is very annoying. Just because the things you're defending die very easily in hard mode, so it's very hard to get without players, at least. Like with heroes, it's kind of doable, but like the problem even with the turtles when you like clear the one thing is that they're still attackable by like this initial group, and they go right for them. So you kind of have to, you know, bring Prot or something, but like they die so fast, so it's not fun to do. But for those missions, those would be the hardest. But the other ones, I think the only other hard mission would be. Oops, I almost just ruined my Vanquish there. The only other hard mission would be Reisu Palace, probably. The last mission can be hard, but all the henchmen have the PvE skills. And I don't know if they can get banished. They might be able to get banished. It's either henchmen or heroes that can't get banished. I can't remember which, but yeah, it's not as bad as it would seem. Okay, just kind of like running into these groups because they're not like too much of a threat. I'm just gonna kill this thing. This is so annoying. Before corpses appear. Got a dual aggro, but I don't think it matters because these groups aren't too dangerous. Let's see if we can nuke these. Oh yeah, Soul Feast got interrupted twice by Maelstrom. Take that. Yeah, they just have like... thank God they don't have like Ariasin of Healing or Healing Burst. If a monk has that, it can keep things alive forever, and it's super annoying. It can be very annoying to kill enemy monks. So I know a lot of people like prophecies, and I was considering doing something like challenge content with prophecies, but because people have already done it, it's like, why bother? Like, there's already been a bunch of people that have done, like, soloing it, because, like, there's some crazy skills in the game, and, like, there's, like, weird mobs, and, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's something I'd be interested in. It might be fun to do Henchmen Nightfall, but it would have to be on something that's not a dervish, because it would make it way too easy, because you could just use Vow of Strength, or Vow of Silence. The Vow of Silence build lets you just like tank and just never get spells cast on you. And the Vow of Strength build we all know is insane. So that's Nahpui Quarter Explorable Vanquish. So here is what the city looks like so far. We have Shadow's Passage, Buckdeck Byway, Wagen Bazaar, Zakwang Skyway, Nahpui Quarter, and Shenzhen Tunnels. I'm on the normal mode mission, Tanaki Temple. I cannot vanquish Sun Jiang District yet because the gates are closed off initially, so I'll have to beat this mission, run to Matu Keep, I'll do Pongmei Valley, then I have to do Arborstone, Boreas Seabed, then Sun Jiang District, then I can vanquish it. And I guess I could vanquish Tanaki Temple Explorable, so yeah, I'll see you in the Tanaki Temple Explorable Vanquish. Thanks for checking this out, and peace.